welcome back to my talk show. Let's talk about with Richa. And today we have an amazing businesswoman, networker, and a beautiful, beautiful lady, which I am a big fan of, Tove Lovisa. Welcome to our talk show. Tove,
thank you so
as I
much,
said-
Richa. It's
yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you for taking out the time to talk to us because we want to know more about you. Please tell my audience more about yourself.
Yeah, so I actually started my professional career with management and organizational development in the hospitality industry. But I'm kind of a visionary and innovative. So that's probably why I ended up as an entrepreneur. So I started my entrepreneurial journey about 7 years ago. And 5 years ago, I became a full-time entrepreneur. And since I started a few different businesses, like many other entrepreneurs, trying to find my way, find out which one was for me. And it turns out that real estate in Dubai was calling my name. So right now I'm running my own boutique agency in Dubai, where I'm helping mostly Europeans to find their slice of our paradise, or to help them to sell when it's time to move on to new adventures. And when I'm not matching properties with people, I'm pouring into another passion of mine, which is women's empowerment. So I have actually for the past 12 years been co-creating a number of women networks, ranging from social entrepreneurship to business clubs for women. And that's actually where I met Richa. She became a member in my Global Women Club in Oslo. And after some time, we have been co-creating several networks together. I was president of Wiki Sweden and Richa president of Wiki Norway. And then I started out as global chair for G100 Money Mindset and Wealth Creation Wing. And of course, I want my favorite woman empowerment idol with me. So Richa is leading India, and she have an amazing team there. Probably you know, because it's her channel. But it's it's a pleasure to
it has been an
co-creating together.
Yeah, but it hasn't been an amazing journey, Tova, because as you said, we met in 2018, and then every year
Yeah.
then we have always connected, and it has been. I am very grateful for you. I'm always been very grateful for you that you're always given me the opportunity and seeing that I have some talent that I can help you and in your mission, because our mission aligned to empower women, and that we can work together and side by side and do something, make a change. And that is a beautiful thing. It's not everybody who have this big heart that you have, because that is also something that fascinated me with you. First time I met you, you always met everybody with this open heart and so much love and no judgment. You always opened up your arms, and always with a smile and so much patience. I was like, oh my God, this woman must be made of only patience, because always, it was amazing for me, the way, and so beautiful, with the beautiful designer dresses and high heels, embracing the female energy into the business aspect. You were, a lot of people talk about it, the female energy into business, but you actually were one of the first that I saw embraced it 100%. So that was amazing. All of these things was what fascinated me with you, and I'm still learning from you. But yes, it has been an inspiration. So I'm very, very happy that you said yes to being on this channel. So
Thank you so much.
I know that you have different things that you work with, but could you tell us a little bit about your story? What was the turning point? When did you decide, and why did you decide to go into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I think there are many of these turning points that changes the picture forever. But I think one which is definitely marking my path is back in, I think it was 2015 or 16 when I was working just nonstop, 7 days a week, day and night for somebody else. So I was completely building someone else's dream with all my time. And by accident, I stumbled over meditation. It was a friend of me who started with transcendental meditation and inspired me to take a course. And that was really a game changer for me. It completely changed my perspective. It was like putting glasses on and see my life in like in a Zoom. And yeah, it wasn't just like a pause. It was more like getting a clear perspective over who I am and where I wanted to go in my life. And actually with this new perspective, things started to shift, and I started my first side business on the side of my day job. And gradually I started to stack my own projects on my own plate, and bit by bit taking back the power of my time and my life, shaping it into something that is completely mine. So yeah.
Yeah, wow. When we think about real estate, we often think of that as a very masculine dominated, male dominated area. Is it so? Do you experience that as well? And if you do, what kind of challenges have you met on, or have you met on any challenges?
I mean, it depends where you look at it. When you look at it from a investor's perspective, it's still very male dominated among investors. There are female investors too, but definitely the larger parts are men. But here in Dubai, it's a lot of female real estate agents actually.
Wow, that is so cool.
And yeah, definitely. So I wouldn't say that it's male dominated anymore, at least not here. And it's something that anyone, men or women, can start with.
Nice. That's so cool. Yeah, I can't start with that, because that's you've tried a few times to convince me to start with it, but honestly, I think people who work with real estate, I really have much respect for them, because I don't really understand it, and it's not my cup of tea. But I think it's good that we have different kind of abilities and skills and talents for business and different areas. Yeah, I think it's amazing what you do. Okay, so
yeah, I love it really. It started like
yeah, sorry, please go on.
No, I really love it. I started even since I bought my first apartment, it was like really a passion. Then I didn't work with real estate at all, but I really like dived so deep into it and went to millions of viewings and really starting to think about how I can change them and starting to flip and to sell and buy. And it was really like a natural passion for me. So I'm not surprised from my own side that I ended up there.
Nice. It sounds like it was like a good match. But for me, just thinking about flipping and all the other work, it's like too much, it's but you really, as I said,
I'm like, oh, here's opportunity.
Yeah, but I really admire you who does it, and you could see it. And for some people, they work through their whole life and they can't find anything that inspires them as you were inspired, and you just, this is me. So it's a gift. It's a gift. But you do a lot of things. As you told us, the real estate and the women empowerment and a lot of different things. So how do you define success?
Yeah, I think for me, success is about personal growth and expansion, about like setting goals that really stretch you and kind of makes you reach further than you thought you could. And when you finally reach it, you can feel that you're like grown into something bigger and something better and yeah, really evolved as a person.
Yeah, it's I said it before also, but that is the most exciting part, isn't it? To see what kind of person you become, the better version of you, of yourself.
Yeah, and I think to come there, I think you really need to set goals which stretches you, to like trying to reach farther than you thought, that you go out of your mind's limitations to become something more.
Yeah, amazing. That's a really it's a really fun part of this journey, is to see to be in competition of your former self, you know, competition with yourself.
Yeah.
But all of this going on, and you have a little toddler at home, and you know you are you have so many balls in the air. How do you manage your time?
Yeah, I can say that managing time, especially as a mom, like, to a 1-year-old is different than it used to be.
Yeah.
So like the routines which I used to have are now more like guidelines than real routines. But I think I learned even better. It was a lot about this from before too, but even better now to utilize the time that I have. And yeah, to make every minute or every second to count. And so even if it has taken like a new shape now, it's still about taking the opportunity out from the time I have, and of course to prioritize the things which are important and spend as little time as possible on things which doesn't bring you further in one or another way. Always trying to ask myself if this brings quality to my life before I take on new tasks or waste my time on something which maybe isn't important in the end.
Yeah, amazing. I think a lot of people can reduce a lot of stress and frustration if they ask themselves, is this aligned with what I want and need? Is it aligned with, as you say, my mission? Because we get opportunities every day, but to actually say yes to everything is impossible. So to be able to ask yourself, will this give me happiness? Will this is this aligned with my mission or vision? Will this be a part of me moving and growing forward? I think if you can ask yourself honestly and then listen to the answer honestly and then act accordingly, I think everybody will save themselves and other people a lot of frustration and stress. Yeah. And no, that's
yeah, for sure. Asking if it's is this aligned with who I want to be?
Yeah. But do you have any like strategies, routines that you do to keep yourself healthy and in shape?
Actually, I used to have very strict routines around this. It's a little bit different now with the little baby, but slowly it's coming back. But one of the best and most recommended routines is meditation. Actually, you can think that meditation is only for your mind, but I believe that it's also for my body, because I've been meditating every morning since many years. In the morning, 20 minutes, the first thing I do when I wake up. And I think it also contributes a lot to my health, my physical health, because my idea is that it brings rotation in the immune system, actually, and our bodies are made to heal themselves and to keep healthy. And it both keeps your mind like clear, so you take the right decisions of what to eat and drink, and also it keeps your immune system running, so you keep healthy from diseases. So that's definitely a routine which has helped me a lot. And then I drink vegetable juice in the morning, which also is very helpful. So I mix vegetables and lemon, ginger, and drink it.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to training, it's also about being consistent. Not maybe you have to be as long as possible in the gym, or maybe not carrying the most heavy weights, but actually to go there, to be 20-30 minutes is enough, but go 3-4 days a week. And then it has helped me at least to maintain very healthy over the years.
But I've been to Dubai, but it's such a long time ago. And since you're living there, I have to ask, is it like in Scandinavia where you have walking path, easy access to green parks and you know the way you can walk for an hour with the baby in the stroller? Is it like that, or is it like in India where you don't you have to drive to a park to be able to walk in the park? You know, is it, how is it in Dubai? You know, how is the
I mean,
life?
Yeah, it depends, of course, where you live. I live in Dubai Marina. We don't have like green parks here, so we do have to drive to go to park, but there is parks in Dubai. But here is like walks along the river, similar like Akerselva, but not so many trees. But yeah, there is trees, palm trees and restaurants, and so it's very long walk there.
Nice.
And we have beaches, like many different beaches within walking distance, and there's playgrounds everywhere, so it's actually perfect for children here. And all buildings here have their own pool, and yeah, gym is convenient for us grown up, but for the children it's really nice. We can go in the evenings in the pool.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah,
It sounds like a vacation
it's very
more than a residence. It sounds like you are on a vacation 24/7.
yeah, isn't that what you want? Create a life you don't need vacation from.
Exactly. Exactly. Amazing. It sounds like all that we have been promised, like in Dubai, you can live life like that. And it's amazing to see that you created
Yeah, but
your
it's really
life.
true. You don't need to go to vacation when you're here, because you can go to vacation 20 minutes away and go to different like beach clubs or hotels. And
Amazing.
yeah, it's really it's amazing to live here. You have to come here soon.
Yes, I have to. It sounds like I have to, but I want to see baby Max anyway. I want to meet him very soon. I feel like I have a connection with him already. But
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah,
it's very inspiring, Tove, that because a lot of entrepreneurs starts their journey with the idea that we will create a life that you like you are living, like a dream life, where, as you said, you're living your vacation all day, you know, every day for a year, at least, because you don't have to have vacation from your life. You are living the vacation all the time. But you actually have done it, and you have actually designed your life that way. That's amazing. That's so inspiring. I think a lot of people need to understand that it is the choices they make that leads them to where they want to go. And
yeah, life is definitely by design. So this is exactly the life I was envisioning to live when I started to envision it, because that was my problem from the beginning. I didn't know like that I can actually create my own life, and that's why I didn't envision everything I want until I realized that, oh, life is by design. It wasn't like in this when I start to meditate and start to like get perspective, start to get a lot of inputs from other sources, and starting to realize that, yeah, we can actually design exactly the life that we want.
yeah.
And it's why should we do something else?
Exactly. Why live somebody life on other people's premises or the way they
Yeah,
think we should live? I
it's so weird, you know, when you look back at it and like, okay, there was I only working like for someone else all the time, not really focusing on what I wanted, you know, for me and for my life. And
yeah, I think, you know, a lot of the workplaces are created so that, especially for the people who don't have that awareness, you know, workplaces are
yeah, that's
created.
where it all starts, with awareness to see what is possible, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, amazing, amazing. So what kind of advice would you give to people who just decided to become entrepreneurs or just starting up and, you know, be starting to become aware that, you know, I can design my own life and I can have success as an entrepreneur? What kind of advice would you give to them?
So my most important advice would definitely be to start to focus on sales from the beginning. That's what I did, and what I think many others do as well. You start to really build the model of your business, and like you build strategies, you build a brand, you build like everything around it, and then you take sales in the end. But you never know, you know, if your product will work or not. And at one point, the business will not survive if you don't have sales, and you start to be stressed, you know, because you don't have income or things like that. So definitely start from day one to focus on making sales, and then let strategies and brand and everything come along the way, because everything will also change over time. It's once you start with a product in the market, and you will learn more about where you're going. So it doesn't make so much sense to make anything else too much in the beginning.
Correct. I think it's an amazing advice. And this, as then Graciosi says, the sales is the oxygen of your business, isn't it? So if you don't have the oxygen,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
would not live forward. And I think your advice is amazing, because a lot of my clients, they keep on creating, perfect it. And they, when it comes to sales, they kind of lose the energy, they lose the focus, and they think the moment I launch it, is going to just sell automatically. And then they feel disheartened.
Yeah, that's what you
doesn't.
think. But in reality, I think it's like 2% of businesses that survive after 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like an extremely low amount of businesses actually who survives over time. So it's a part of the entrepreneurship. You never know, some things work and some things doesn't. And how can you find out if it works? Of course, when you see if somebody wants to buy it. So sales should be like the first focus always. After you get an idea, of course. If you doesn't have the business idea yet, then that have to be, of course, the beginning. But once you have settled on an idea, start to find out how you're gonna sell it, and start to sell before everything else is ready.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for that tip and advice. I think that will go a long way for a lot of people. So thank you, Tove, for taking out time. So if people want to connect with you and want to follow you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, everything under Tove Lovisa Bergkvist.
So people, we will share all of her social media handles around this video. So do connect with Tove and follow her journey, because she is living her dream life, and which she has created. So if you want to be inspired and connect and learn how you can live your dream life, then connect with Tove. Thank you, Tove, for taking our time. Thank you so much for your advice and for sharing your story. It is so inspiring.
Thank you so much for having me, Richa. It's always a pleasure. And it's really nice to be around you. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you everyone who's looking, of course. I'm looking forward to connect.
Yes, and everybody connect. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. Lots of love. Bye.